Okay, we're live.
I struggled with this week. There was one question I just couldn't figure out. I just tried.
Yeah, I've got
I
one,
it
maybe
over my head.
two that I'm just totally not sure about.
Yeah, I had a couple that threw me for a loop this week. Well, let's go through them and see how much we disagree.
Yeah. All right.
1, I put A.
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 2, I put A.
A.
A as
A.
well.
A.
3, I put D.
D.
Yep.
D.
Yep.
4, I put D.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
5, I put D.
5, I got
I put
C.
Okay, I got
Yeah, can somebody explain that one?
this one I struggled with. I put A, but I didn't know if that was right at all.
So,
I didn't understand it.
yeah, I explained this one to Heather poorly. So I'll do the same here.
You're welcome.
So I decided to start with an easy number. So I said, let's imagine that food and beverages in year 1 cost $100. And we know that it increases by 10%, which means it would go up to 110, correct?
Yes.
But then don't we also need to factor in the inflation?
Except I never mentions it. It says all other things the same.
It says all the things the same.
I guess that's true then.
But here's the thing about this question that I was curious about. The CPI, food and beverage is only 15% as a whole. So
That's
it's
what I was.
not 100%. So so because it's only 15% of the entire CPA.
Those are
10%
only just estimates, though. That's not a fact. I think we're not working with those.
I thought that was. I mean, that's like the rough roundabout what they kind of generally use in for the basket. So that's why I chose 1.5, was because that would only, it's 10% of 15%.
Yeah, you may be right.
No, that's
Next
compelling.
to the figure, it says that this shows the typical consumer divide spending among various categories of goods and services. So they're putting that as an average, and that's what they're basing it off of. So it might vary a little bit, but it's going to be ballpark the same.
And it does say likely to
Yeah, it's likely to
so.
increase by about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
I
right.
think that's right, yeah.
Because it's very specific, calling it food and beverages. So
Well,
they must be
yeah,
referring
'cause
to
if
that
you-
chart.
Yeah, because if you're gonna go that like in the higher rates, wouldn't it be if you're gonna go, let's say it's at 15% or whatever it is now, 15%, that means you're gonna put 25% to food and beverage. You got to take it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna do it, you're gonna be 10%. It'd be 1.5%, and then that would be easier to move around than the 10%.
It says all other things equal, so none of the other categories increase or decrease.
Yeah.
So
So
they
you,
just-
you would lose, yeah.
yeah,
Well, they would have to.
right. But it would just be the whole thing. Stay,
Gross.
But that means that your food and beverage is more than your transportation. So that means you'd spend 25% of your annual income on food and beverages versus
So
driving.
then that goes back to the same thing. If food and beverages increases by 10%, all the other categories have to lose a combination of 10%.
right. They're going to stay the same.
So you
Like,
would stay the same.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, right? So if they all stay the same, because the CPI isn't measuring, like that pie fluctuates, like the amount of money will fluctuate. So as food and beverage itself raises in price, that will change the pie as a whole, because they add all those individual parts up to create one number. And so just as, food and beverage in itself is getting more expensive, and because we track the food and beverage, these particular items, it's going to increase the value that we get in the end. So the number of items is still 15%. But
Yeah,
the
it's I would say you could call it's weighted by 15%. So 15% of 10 is 1.5. That's what I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I like it.
okay.
Just wait to the end. I'll find out for you guys. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll wait for you.
All right, 6. Josh put B.
I got the
I
I got B as well.
What was the one I didn't understand?
You didn't understand any of them.
I know. That's what happens when I don't read it.
Thanks for throwing me under the bus there.
Well, I
Man.
didn't do any of them.
All right, 7.
B.
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 I like the ones that are right out of the book. It's easy.
Yeah.
For 8, I put A.
A.
That's what I
did
got.
too. A.
For 9, I put D.
That's
D.
what I got.
Yes, I did D also.
10.
I didn't do it.
Let's see. 10, I put D.
I did as well. And I think that one is right out of the textbook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he showed me that. I read that one out of the book too.
11, I put C.
I got C.
We
C.
said D for 10, right?
I got, yeah.
D for 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
D for 10.
I got D, but I could be wrong about that.
On 10?
Yeah. No, on 11.
Oh,
Well, the
No, I
difference
read-
on that one
I
is
read that one
cost
out of the
living
book.
part.
I read that one out of the book.
Yeah,
It's
because
on-
because if a quality of a good deteriorates while the price remains the same, that means that you're getting less bang for your buck. So the cost of living is going to increase because you can get less for your money while
Yeah.
the value of the dollar falls.
Another way to think of it is
Agree.
you're going to have to replace that item more often.
Right.
That
it's-
was how I thought, was that because your money is being wasted on a good that was an inferior good, well, not an inferior, but in a poor quality good.
Right. So that'll make your cost of living increase because you got to spend more money to maintain.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You got to replace that item more often.
No, okay, that makes. I was thinking of increase. Sorry, I was thinking of like income increase.
Yeah,
That's why
it's under the unmeasured quality change.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have it highlighted. I just saw it. I just thought of it incorrectly. So
So are we good? See?
yeah, we're good. I agree with you guys.
12, I put B.
B.
I did too, but I had to think about this one a while.
Yeah,
I think
I,
yeah,
I,
I got
It
B.
would kind of threw me off on all of the numbers that they give out, but 70 is the only one that has the GDP going up, or the
Yes.
GDP going up, and then everything else is falling.
Yes, once I looked at the graph really closely, then I understood it.
Right.
You had to line up the lines on that one.
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
through and like marked out the ones. Okay, this one's obviously wrong. This one's obviously like kind of did a
Right.
reduction. So
All right, for 13, I put C.
See,
that's what I got.
I did too.
Isn't this the one that?
14 was one of them that kind of threw me, but I believe the answer is C.
yeah,
That's what I got.
I chose C, but not because I got that exact answer. I just got something close.
I
Yeah.
got same
Like
thing.
I don't know.
Close.
37 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, I did get this one. No, I did get the exact. It's the next one that I.
Yeah, no, 15 threw me for an absolute
Yeah,
loop.
this
This is the
I-
one we
I
got
didn't-
stumped on.
I didn't do 15. I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, right. I guessed eventually. I decided that D made the most sense.
Well, D is the one I come to the closest answers to.
Yeah,
So that's why I
right.
chose that one. And I don't know what's going on with this.
I'm kind of in the same boat.
I got bound by the number because I tried a bunch of different types of equations and like I kept getting like
I really wish they would have just asked what it is they wanted, and not have to try and figure out from a bunch of wrong answers
right.
which one is right.
Yeah, because you kind of have to like reverse
Every formula.
2 or 3 different formulas to come up with it.
No, I don't know if I was doing it right, but I was trying to figure out what X was. I was trying to figure out what the customer price index for 2011. Did anybody else try to do that route as well?
Oh yeah.
If you figure out the CPI, then
But-
you can figure out the other, right?
That's
Well,
what I thought.
In theory,
That's what-
but
I thought
without a base year, it's like
Right.
impossible.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out the base. Like I could get a
Yeah,
base
find
number
the
for
base.
2009.
Well,
Because
You don't
the base has to equal
I
you don't need to know the base year. You just need to know the base amount, which I did calculate, but I found it didn't help me.
No, I calculated a base amount, like according to the numbers that we've been given, but that base number for 2009 doesn't work for 2010, and then the base
That's
number
what I was finding. Is like
right. So the base number is something that we don't have. So I couldn't find the CPI for 2011.
Yeah, what I ended up doing was just process of elimination. I went through each answer and plugged it into an equation to see if it worked. And the only one, and the first three didn't, and the last one makes logical sense. So that's the one I chose.
I'm fine with that because that question just confused me.
So,
Like I had
I
no
fig-
idea. How to do it.
I figured out. Well, I don't know if it's right, but customer price index for 2011, I figured it as 181.4. I don't know if anyone come up with that number. That was among other numbers I got, but that one seemed to. But that was by taking the amount in 2011 is equal to the amount in 2009 times CPI of 2011 over CPI of 2009. That was one of the formulas was in
right.
there, but I'm not sure if that is correct, because if you do that same thing with one of the other years, you don't get the same answer.
Yeah, that's what I did too. And
Yeah.
because it wasn't the same answer, I didn't know if it was right. So
I
just
have a
kinda
feeling there's a mistake here. That's what I'm thinking.
last week they had that misspelling when we kind of got confused with like
And then it wasn't like that on the quiz.
the test. It was it made sense.
Well,
You would think that the base year should be common between all those years. Why wouldn't it be? It
Well,
just,
it has to be for that equation to like be reliable. And so since it's not, it's the base is unknown.
yeah,
So-
it would be awesome.
Well,
if you
yeah, the
could-
base is unknown because it's a different year than what they have shown.
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
it's earlier, but who knows what it? I don't know.
Yeah, it could be anything, and it doesn't really. I mean, yeah, my brain was fried by the time I got to this, so I was like, nah, I'm not even.
Okay.
I think I calculated the base year amount is like 3,452 or something, but it
Yeah,
was
that's what I
different
got.
depending on which year you based it off of. So
Yeah, I got between 30. I think that's one of the numbers that I got for the base. But anyway,
Yeah,
it seems
no,
important because some of these other questions they deal with the other years, and so if you don't have that, made it.
yeah. Anyway, yeah, I was confused by that one.
yeah, I was too, but I
But we agree that D is
With-
the closest.
with like
we
a
can get.
17%.
Totally fine with doing it. It makes the most sense. Like, yeah,
The closest we can get is D.
yeah.
I think
I'm
so.
fine.
Sounds good.
No, Carson's going to tell us at the end
Yep.
if it's right or not. So,
Exactly. Gotcha.
okay.
That's all I'm good for anyway.
Whatever.
16. What did you guys put? I put B.
I put B.
I put B as well. I did manage to calculate this one.
It was
Yeah,
a
I
little bit easier.
Yeah.
17. I put C.
I got C.
I did as well. And that's the formula I was trying to use back on 15 as well.
Right.
That one.
That's what I was using too, but I didn't get any reasonable answer.
Okay, on 18, I put C.
That's what I got.
I
And I
did
got
as
that
well.
one.
It was using the exact same numbers as the other one,
Right.
and I don't know why this one worked out.
Because we have all the information for both the years that it's required.
Yes.
So because
That's
it's
true. Yeah,
2000,
we have both.
2010, we have all the information. So
Yeah.
I'm glad it didn't
Remember-
require 2011 because that would have made the problem come back.
yeah, exactly.
For 19, I put D.
That's what I got.
That's what I got too.
Me
And
too.
for 20, I put D.
That's what I got.
I did as well.
All right. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Moment of truth.
Let's see what we got. Ooh. So the one that y'all were contemplating was actually B.
Which one?
The
15 is
one,
B.
15?
Bravo.
the one that y'all said was D. It's actually B.
That's number 15, right?
Yep.
B. But I plugged that in and it didn't work.
Inflation rate in 2011 was
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't come up with
I just wanted to be an oddball, and I chose that one because you guys were saying D, and I got it right.
Was it
I was gonna ask, like, how did you guys
worded any different, Carson?
Say that again.
Was it worded any different like last week, or was the answer the same?
Yeah, read the question.
For the one that y'all was talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15.
Suppose that Will's 2009 food expenditures in 2011 dollars amounted to 5,670.
And it's the inflation rate in 2011 was 8%.
Yep.
Is there for the table? Is there any additional information? What's it say about the table?
I can't see anything else. That's it.
Well, I'll have to play with that and see how we're supposed to come up with that.
All right, you guys should just PayPal me your money from once we get done with this. Appreciate it.
Carson guesses and he gets it right.
And, it's good. I wish I had a little luck on the test. That's for sure.
That is garbage, Carson.
I was really confused when you said no, it was wrong. It was B, and I'm like, your test shows you like what the right answer is. Like mine doesn't do that. That's awesome.
Man. Okay, and so are we good on everything else then, Carson?
Yeah, y'all are good.
Okay, sweet.
Cool.
Well, I guess we'll have some contemplating to do on number 15, but
Yeah.
I mean, do we want to try and figure it out, or
We can try.
okay?
I mean, I tried to figure out something with that many times, and I couldn't come up with anything close.
Okay, so if this is, so we're using this number instead. Okay.
Well, no, this is so his 2009 expenditures in 2011 dollars is this amount.
Oh, that's what I didn't understand.
It's back to the Babe Ruth thing here.
So,
Yeah, but it's like reverse of that.
Okay, so we do.
X minus.
We have to figure out the CPI first.
Hey, I have a question. Would you guys ever be interested in doing like a study session before like another big exam or something like that?
Couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might not be a bad idea.
Because realistically, I'm going to be honest, I got a 20 out of 40 on that exam, so I'm definitely needing some help. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, Carson. That's not great, man.
It was rough.
Do you ever do the extra credit assignment?
Yeah, I do, and it makes sense when I do the extra credit.
I mean, we haven't taken the exam yet, so I don't know what I got, but I feel like the extra credit helps me to process it.
Yeah, and,
Well,
and
it gives you 0.5% right on your total nearly.
Right.
right.
The credit's
And
always good.
the extra credit, the homework, all makes perfect sense to me. But when I put it onto the test, we're live, I can't talk much further, but
Right.
it's a little bit different than the way that the things are worded on the homework.
That's how our last econ class was too, though. It was like the book says one thing, the homework's totally different, the test is totally different again. Like you really,
Right.
Yeah, there are some differences between the types of questions that we get on all those.
right.
Well, that's good.
You think you're prepared one way, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute.
I'm real excited for this, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. It's not fun.
Not to scare you or anything, yeah, but it sucked.
So maybe that's
For me, it was the first dozen questions that was like, what is going on here? I thought I took this chapter.
Yeah, I totally went, yeah, I'm going to get back to that one. Yeah, I'm going to get back to that one. And then I got to about 22, and then I was like, you know what? I think I have to start doing these.
This is like the same question I don't know the answer to like 4 times, 5 times in a row. What's going
you
on?
said there was 40 questions. Are they multiple choice?
Right.
50.
Yeah.
It's
50
50
more.
questions.
50 questions worth 2 points each.
That's too many.
It's entirely too many.
We have to take our accounting one too, like back to back.
What accounting class are you in?
201.
Are you in financial accounting?
Yes.
No.
I think we're in the same class.
Are you? We have, I don't know the name of our team. Fox.
Fuck.
I have
Yeah,
no
Fox.
clue who that is.
15 is just killing me, guys. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't get it. But I don't get most of this chapter. I didn't have enough time to study.
So 8 times 1.
I just don't.
Well, at least now when we know it's the right answer, I can stop wasting time on wrong problems.
A, C, and D.
Yeah.
All the rest.
Well, that's what we're trying to find.
Wasn't that pretty close?
Mm,
If you move it,
I don't know, man.
do what you just did.
I did it. Wait, hang on. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I keep coming up with 13%, 13.7, and that's or 13.8 as inflation.
How many times am I going to do it backwards?
I don't know. See, that's 8%.
Well, that's actually 88%.
Oh. I'm so tired.
Pretty much all that's saying is that this number is 88% of that number.
I don't. Okay.
Yeah, I keep getting 13.44 as well.
Yeah, 13.44. They're just kind of two different ways I can get nearly the same number. So
Okay. But that doesn't make sense
Changing
as a
this
CPI. So
using these dollars. Right?
because the inflation rate between 2009 2010 could be 8%. As we see that.
Because then we can see if there's a typo in the chart.
Well, no, Carson just did.
I know, but he can't see the chart anymore. He can only see this.
All right.
Yeah, it was 100% on mine too. So
Nice. Good work, Dennis. You figured that one all about by yourself, didn't you?
yes, I did. Worked hard at it, man. After that test, then I was sitting there and I'm like, you know what? I've been doing econ since 8 o'clock this morning. I'm sit here and just try to close my eyes for a little bit. And yeah, so I missed a couple.
I try to do 3 or 4 hours on Saturday if I can to try and not spend all day doing it Monday.
Well, see, Sunday and Mondays are my day off, so I only have this is where my majority of my homework gets done is on Mondays. So I try to break up this class as much as I can, but having that exam in there just kind of made the whole day nothing but.
The exam messes up the week for sure.
Yeah.
Did anyone watch like his video for the week? Does he talk about this one at all?
Does he have
Does he
one?
have a post?
I didn't
Does he
see
post a
one.
video?
I didn't even think he put one on.
He posts a video, but I don't. I never
can you shut
got a
the
lot
door?
out of them. Is what I'm trying to say. Politely.
I decided that I had to, no matter what, I had to take that exam on Friday. I wasn't going to get messed up with more studying.
Your words carefully because he watched
I
this
know, that's
video.
what I'm saying. I've watched him before and I didn't get a lot out of it. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Raldo,
Yeah.
you said at one point you got 181.44, right? Or 181 for the CPI?
I did, but I don't know if it's right because
That's what I just got it. So if you get that as a CPI, then if you plug that number in, you'll get 8%. Now, the problem
Well,
is
how are you
I
doing
don't
that?
know how you get like to the 8% interest.
To that CPI, you mean?
Yeah, to get the CPI. Like,
well, did you just say you got? How did you get the 8% from that then?
okay, because what you know how you got 13.44? So that's what I
Yes.
got to that point. But what I was forgetting to do was add an additional 168 in the equation because I'm not writing the full equation out. So I know how to get to that number. So what we'd have to pretty much do to get the answer correct is just plug in. I go through the answers kind of like what you did, Josh. But it's just confusing. So if you take the inflation rate, for that second year, and then you
168.
yeah. So what you would plug. So what the equation would be was 8 equals x minus 168 divided by 168 times 100. That would be the equation.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So it's a
That
minus. We're doing
That
the
would be the
negative.
equation. Yeah. So you would it's 0.8. So 8% is 0.8 times 100. Divided by. Let me do the walkthrough again. Make sure I.
Well, 8% would be 0.08.
Let me turn the sound off on this little Sorry, this might take a second.
Oh, wait, I just got it. Okay. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
it's 181.44 minus 168 divided by 168 times 100. That gives you 8%.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
sure
know.
would
Like
come up with a
you would just have to
combination
plug in the
point,
answers, which I think is a little different. I've never had to do that for an econ problem. Or
I probably just assumed that the 181 was probably not correct because or it was irrelevant or something.
Explain to some of us who are a little behind, how did you arrive at the 188 or 181?
Yeah, 181.44.
Yeah, how'd you get there?
Well, that uses the formula. Well, what we do is we say that 5670. That's the number we're given for 2009 in 2011 dollars.
Right.
We say that is equal to 5,000, which is the 2009, and we times that by a ratio of where is it? Of the CPI in 2011 or the CPI of 2009, but we solve for the CPI of 2011.
Okay.
So it would
So,
be
yeah, you got 5670 equals 5,000 times X over 160, right?
yes,
Okay.
and then solve for X. So that gives you the 181. Now, if I had known for sure that was right, maybe I would have gotten as far as that 8%, but that, and you have to figure out, well, which one of the ones is correct. And if you focus on the wrong one, which we focused on D, I focused on D because it looked close.
Same thing. Yeah, I did the same. Okay. I get that. That makes sense now.
So now we just find out, well, what percentage did 168 increase to give us 181.44? And it's 8%.
Yeah, I got it. I get it.
Hey, walk
Yeah.
that through one more time for me, please. Because I mean, although I got the answer, I did it back. So you started with your price index. So,
Yeah, the formula that we used to get the 181.44, is that where you're at?
yeah. So just go through the whole, because you did. I think did you do one or two formulas?
So
I
what you do?
did
what
two
you do is
formulas.
that-
I did
Okay.
two formulas.
Okay.
So yeah,
I kinda stumbled on the
if you
answer.
take the 5670, divide 5,000, take that answer, which is 1.134 times 160, you'll get the 181.44, which is the CPI for 2011.
And that's this
Got it.
one. This one.
No, it's
Is that the part that you understand, Zach? Is that the part you had trouble with, or?
No, I said I kind of stumbled upon the problem just like playing around with it. I just re-engineered it, knowing the answer was 8%. So I just plugged it into the.
You're welcome.
I just
We can
plugged it
all
into
sleep better now.
the real hero.
So what was the numbers you did, like those two numbers you divided again? I'm sorry, I gotta
So
figure it
you
out.
Well,
take-
tell them what formula it is.
So yeah, you take the 5,670, which is a number that we're given in the question,
Oh, okay.
and you got to solve for X. So you go 5,670. You're going to divide that by the 5,000, which is our initial number in 2009. And then you're going to times what you get there by the 160, which is the CPI for 2009. And that's going to give you the CPI for 2011.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, now I got it. All right.
Now after that, you're just looking for the percentage increase from
Yeah.
2010.
You just do that to find the percentage.
Yeah. And so
No,
what? Yeah.
Because
You
what
just
I got
find
confused, I just did it backwards. So I just did the inflation rate equation, plugged in 8 as the answer, and then I put
Right.
X year 2, and that's how I came about it. So I'm like, okay, if I didn't have 8, how would I find it? Okay.
Right.
So instead of multiplying the number by 100, you multiply it by 160, because that would
Right,
be,
because that was the CPI
that would-
in
that
2009.
would be the CPA in 2009. Okay. So that answered the question. Okay. Of how I would get there.
So the
without-
formula is the amount in the year in question is equal to the amount of the original year divided by CPI of the original year over the CPI of the amount in question. Which sounds confusing, I know. That's the way I wrote it down, but
Yeah. So
I'm going to definitely be writing that formula down on my card so that I don't
Yep.
have to try and remember where I got that.
Something's going on the 3x5.
Now that I know that we can do that, I'm going to put them on the card early.
Cool. All right. Well, it's not hard to figure out which one we had a question on this week.
Yeah. Who wants to step up to the plate there?
Who did
Yeah,
the hangout? Who ended up doing the hangout?
I did the
That
hangout.
Zach did it.
I can post the question.
I did the question last week, so somebody else can.
I can do it.
Good. Heather does the question. Zach posts the video. We're all going to get 100%.
Thanks, Carson.
You're welcome. Hey Heather, can I hang out you for like 5 minutes after this? You and your husband?
Hey, that's my wife you're talking to.
I know.
least-
Yes, Carson, that's fine.
Perfect, I'll call
Let
you
me
in a
guess. You guys got the answer key. He's going to be sharing that.
That is exactly
Hey,
right.
we're still live, guys. Turn the line off. All right, peeps. See you next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
See you next week.
Later.
Where's my hangout? I can never.